Have you ever heard this kind of musical idea in 80s sitcoms, cartoons, or certain movies? I'm playing a C augmented chord on different spots of the neck. Augmented chords are known for their mysterious sound that invokes suspense, drama, and wonder. Originating mostly from classical music, augmented chords can be heard in many modern genres of music as well. We'll be checking out many different ways to use augmented chords, so be sure to watch all the way through so you don't miss anything. An augmented chord is built by raising the fifth interval by 1/2 step. Let's take a look at a C triad. So if you're used to playing your standard C chord, just play the bottom 3 strings here, A, D, and G strings. We've got the root on the 3rd fret of A. We've got a major 3rd interval there on the 2nd fret of D. And then we have a 5th on the G string. To play a C augmented, we're going to take that open G and fret it on the 1st fret, raising it 1/2 step. So now we're playing a C augmented triad. Now if we look at the intervals of the triad, we actually get a symmetrical major 3rd stacked on a major 3rd. I know that's a lot, let me break that down. What that means is the distance from the root to the 2nd fret here on the D string, that's a major 3rd. Now before, when it was just a regular major triad, from the 3rd to the 5th, that's actually a minor 3rd interval. But when we raise that 5th, it's now a major 3rd interval. So we get 2 major 3rds, one there and one there. And that's what makes an augmented triad. The symmetrical nature of this chord is what gives it its unique quality. So let's check out a few progressions that utilize augmented chords. But first, to find more in-depth lessons and complete beginner to advanced guitar learning, click the link in the description below for a free ultimate beginner guide that includes an essential chord chart, a practice plan, a walkthrough of some beginner pitfalls to avoid, and a whole lot more. Now back to the lesson. Okay, let's look at an idea of a C augmented chord. And this is gonna happen over the 1 chord. So we're in the key of C here. Here's what it's gonna sound like. Okay, here's what we're doing. We're using smaller triad shapes, like that one we just learned, the C triad on A, D, and G strings. And then we're gonna play C augmented, so adding that index finger to the 1st fret of G, making it augmented. And then from there, we're gonna go to a C6. Keep climbing up with that index finger. So this is now a C6 shape. And then we're gonna go to a C7, just a shell voicing. So we'll put our pinky down on the 3rd fret of the G string. That's a flat 7. You can let go of that index. And we just have a C7. And this leads to our F chord, small shape here, and then an F minor. This is kind of a classic progression that you might see in some pop songs. And again, if we fill it out, we could even strum. C augmented, C6, C7. Now, the C7 usually will lead to this F chord. It's very typical. And sometimes it goes to F minor, which is a 4 minor, and back. So what we're seeing here is a basic line cliche walking up and creating suspense from the open G to the next fret, the next fret, the next fret over the C7, finally resolving to F, which is a 4 chord, F minor, making it a little bittersweet, and then resolving to the 1. Hey, now if you're enjoying guitar tricks, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video. And hit that like button, it really helps us out. Now back to the lesson. Okay, let's look at an idea that would happen over a 5 chord. So this is an ending progression that builds suspense and tension leading to the 1. Okay, we're gonna be in the key of G for this one. So let's reset our ear. And we're gonna be playing a D augmented. So regular D chord, we'll start there. And then if we want to play a D augmented, we could actually play D like this. So we have the bar going down on 2nd fret, ring going down on 3rd fret of B, and then put your middle finger on the 3rd fret of G. You get a nice D augmented triad there. You've got the root, you've got that sharp 5, that raised 5th, the root again, and then the major 3rd on top. Okay, we're gonna start our progression with a bar of G. Next, we'll go to a bar of A minor, kind of walking up the scale to B minor, to C, the 4 chord, D, the 5 chord, make it augmented right here, adding suspense, and then resolve to G. Okay, you can see this is kind of a very dramatic sound. It works really well when you gradually slow it down for an ending. Let's try that. So we'll start a little faster. A minor, B minor, C, start slowing down to D, D augmented, and finish with G. Okay, let's check out an idea over a 4 chord. So here the augmented chord adds some flair to the otherwise unsurprising progression. Our 4 chord is going to be an A, and we're going to make it augmented. So take a regular A chord that you would play with your index bar, middle 4 strings, add your middle finger to the 3rd fret of the D string. There's your A augmented. So we have root. Now normally we would have the 5th, but we raise it. Then we have the root again on the G string, and then the major 3rd on the B string. Okay, here's how it's gonna work. We're in the key of E here. That's our 1 chord. We'll play that, and then we'll move to A, which is our 4 chord. And then we'll play A augmented, so raising that E to an F. And then from here, we'll go to an F sharp. You can play the small shape or the full bar, whichever you prefer. This is gonna lead to a B7. Resolve to E. Now really what we're doing here is we're just playing a 1 to a 4 to a 2 to a 5 and then back to 1. But making that A or that 4 chord augmented just kind of gives it a cooler vibe. It has a nice line that leads from E to F sharp to B7 and then resolves. This is really nice for a slower ballad feel. So 1, 4, augmented, walk it up, F sharp minor, B7, the 5 chord. Okay, there you go. I hope you can come up with your own progression that uses an augmented chord. If you need to brush up on augmented chord voicings, make sure and check out the wealth of lessons that we have on guitartricks.com. Also, be sure to enter your email for a free beginner guitar guide linked in the description, or you can find it on the next screen.